Loss for the Yankees, ladies and gentlemen. 3-2, the hands of the Mets. The only silver lining tonight is that the Baltimore Orioles also lost, so the Yankees didn't lose anywhere.
Yeah.
So, and, it's unfortunately, he needs to get some more bats in his lineup. There's no doubt about that. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to my man Mikey Mazin, 4 Train Express in the house with us tonight. Peanut, Corey. Has something on Cashman saying, okay, well, that's not. Yeah.
I'm not even going to get into this debate that they're having.
Propaganda. Yeah. Lou. Sweet Lou. Let's see. Who else we got? Who else? Stephen B. Army Chow Mein. The Chow Mein. Who else we got here? All right. That brother Bill. Yeah. Judge got 4 free passes tonight, that brother Bill. He walked 4 times tonight.
Yeah.
And he struck out that last time. Jonathan. You Elvis. Of course, we were going to get the Fire Boone thing already.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is hard to make a lineup when you have not a good bench and guys need days off. That's why we need Birdie back. That's why we need Stanton back. That's why we need guys back, right?
That's why we need to trade for bats.
That's why we need to trade for bats. Exactly. That's the whole purpose, hopefully, of this trade deadline.
We got NFE up in the building.
What's that?
We got NFE in the building.
My man NFE's in the house, too. Clemens is here. All right. Scrolling down. Browning's in the building. The Peanuts.
Here's the thing, though. Someone just said DJ should not be playing. Who are you going to play him? Who are you going to have playing his spot?
Yeah.
You don't play him. Jahmai Jones, because he ain't doing shit either. So.
Yep. Yeah, Yankees are still in contention, but they are playing like ass. So are the Orioles. So thankfully for that.
Yeah.
Thankfully for that.
How is Judge useless? I don't understand that, Mello.
Who's that?
Mello's like Judge is useless, and what on earth is J.D. Davis in Cleaner for? Well, I agree with that, but not the Judge comment.
He's unfortunately on the bench. I do think that J.D. Davis and Jahmai Jones will probably be the first 2. If they bring in 2 bats, those guys will probably be the first 2 DFA'd.
Well,
I mean,
when Stan gets back, Jahmai Jones should be the first one gone.
Yeah, well, exactly too. Stan and Stan comes back, then they can move on from Gleyber Torres easier as well. Buckeyes in the house, the King of Texas, Antonio, Brandon Moore. Yes, indeed. Yeah, the trade deadline we are 7 days from the trade deadline, folks. 7 days, 1 week from today. David, a lot of people are sick of it. Yeah, he does look. Yeah, I would agree with that, Sean. Verdugo does look like a verge of heating up. I would agree. Consigliere's here too. Yes, indeed. We need some bats to help set this freaking, help set things up here. Jarvis, J. Palvis, Nestor is on. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know who put out that today, but it was predicted that Nestor's going to get traded for a bat, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Brandon asked, who do you think we should part with, Jones or Dominguez? At this point, part with both.
If you can get enough, you could part with both. Yeah. I mean,
if you can get enough.
If you can get enough, exactly. I mean, you're going to have to get a haul for both of them. And then now that both, Jeff Passan reported earlier that Dominguez is no longer untouchable. So,
nor is Jones.
And again, this could be Boone playing hardball with the other GMs too.
Yeah.
People are going to play hardball like, you want my guy Tarek Skubal, you got to pay a shitload. You want my guy Garrett Crochet, you got to pay a shitload, right? Well, that's Cashman saying, you want Dominguez, you got to pay a load. You want Jones, you got to pay a load. So he's playing hardball with the GMs. He has to be. Any good GM would do that. That's just straight up due diligence. So, yeah. Yeah, my guess is that Jones is lead off because they probably wanted to try to get some speed at the top of the lineup. That's my guess. That's my only guess. Yeah, Rengifo came off the IL today. I saw that. I'm willing to move for Skubal, but not Crochet. And I get that too.
Yeah,
Crochet is a converted reliever to a starter, and Scooble is already he's been an established starter for years. So,
agreed.
um, and again, we don't know if Dominguez is just going to come back and light the world on fire again. Yankees will be taking a chance. Either way. Hopefully it does if he stays, but it's no guarantee that he does. There's no guarantee at all. So imagine what we may be saying if we signed Yamamoto. Fans would be pissed off because he's been on IL for like a month and a half now. Yamamoto. Fans would be blaming Boone and Cashman for that too if we signed Yamamoto.
You want to know something? Fans will blame Cashman and Boone for anything, and they
Yeah.
really need to cut that shit out because it's not as easy as they make it out to be.
Yes, just blame Boone and Cashman for everything. It's unfortunate. So,
Texas
Texas Buckeye, thank you so much. If anybody wants free membership, Texas Buckeye, the king of Texas, just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, sir. You are the man. Thank you. Yes. Anybody send Texas a message. Thank you again, sir. There he is. Yeah, you gotta fire them, man. You gotta get Manny Acton in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yet sometimes when Cashman makes cheap dumpster dives, people criticize him, and the player ends up being exactly what we need. Well, exactly. Just you never know. Exactly, Wink. Joseph Padron, what's happening? What is good? From Orlando, welcome. From Orlando, Florida's in the house. All right. Why aren't we leading off with Soto and leaving Volpe with 2? I mean, that's a good question, Adam. My guess is Soto's better suited as a guy to drive in the table setter. We need like a legitimate table setter at leadoff. Yep. We've been saying it Maz and I have been saying it for months. We need a legitimate table setter.
And then Hamilton Harris says Cashman is not a good GM. Okay. You go be the GM then. I'd like to see you do it.
Go apply.
Go do it. I ain't stopping you.
Yeah, Luke Weaver was a dumpster dive move. Remember people were trashing the Luke Weaver move? Mm-hmm. I remember that. I did the video from a car dealership. I was waiting for my car to get serviced. I remember doing that video on Luke Weaver. And people were trashing as a dumpster dive. And look what he did tonight. He got out of that. He's been pretty damn good.
Who's Fisherman?
Who's Fisherman? I don't know who Fisherman is.
I have no idea. Melo keeps asking. That's why I'm just asking you.
Oh, we've said we had a weak bench. I mean, we said we had a weak bench for a while now.
Adam is right. I just want to put that out there. This is not Boone's fault. He's doing the best he can with what he has.
Yandy Diaz from the Rays out of any trades. Why is that, Luis? Did you hear anything that we haven't?
Mike Fishman?
Oh, Mike Fishman? I don't know.
Put an answer to that for you, Melo.
Yeah, we don't know. We have no idea.
Troll somewhere else, Camelto, if you're not happy with this team, or go root for another team.
Yeah, dude. It's just.
So, speaking of Yandy and Paredes, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, Maz has got some trade ideas he wants to float out. And again, Maz he's the king of, he thinks big, okay, when it comes to trades. So when it comes to 2-team, 3-team trades, if you want to think big, Maz is the man to do it with. So he's got a couple of trades he wants to run. He wants to run by us.
So as
Ryan Newcastle and Cedric Mullins are available.
Yeah, but I don't want them.
We don't need Mullins.
Yeah. So the Rays are making Zach Eflin, Yandy Diaz, and Isaac Paredes available in trades. So why not go for him? Because he kills 2 birds with one stone. So there's 3 different scenarios that we have. We have one involving Diaz, Eflin, and Paredes, and then the other would be Diaz, Paredes, and Scooble, and then the other one would be involving Crochet. So the one that we would get Paredes, Diaz, and Eflin. Jason, I think you froze there.
Yeah.
I think you froze there. Hold on. You're in and out.
Can you downstairs?
You're going in and out. You're frozen. You still there, Jason?
Hang on.
All right, there you go. Now you're back.
Better?
Yeah, you're back.
Move to a different spot in the room here.
All
Okay.
right. So the first one would be Diaz, Paredes, and Eflin coming to the Yankees. That's scenario one. Tampa would acquire catcher Carlos Narvaez, right-handed pitcher Chase Hampton, the Yankees' number 3 prospect, shortstop George Lombard Jr., the Yankees' number 6 prospect, right-handed pitcher Will Warren, number 7 prospect, outfielder Brandon Maea, the Yankees' number 9 prospect, and Jorvik Vivas, the number 15 prospect. Now, mind you, you're getting 3 players in return with controllable years. So, Davey, you're actually wrong about that. We do have enough, so get facts straight. So in order to get something, you're going to have to give something. And in return, we would get Isaac Paredes, Yandy Diaz, and Zach Eflin. So that with that trade being done, if they decide to do that, go that route, you get someone to replace Torres at second. You get someone to replace BJ at third, and then you get a number 2 starter behind Garrett Cole and Zach Eflin, and he also has postseason experience with the Phillies.
And Paredes and Diaz have controllable years beyond this year as well.
And so does Eflin.
And Eflin. So you get guys to supplant Cole and to complement him and complement Soto and Judge, which you need, guys with controllable years.
Mind you, we are between us, the Orioles, the Dodgers, and there's one other team you mentioned.
The Rays.
And who? Who was it, Jason?
The Rays, Tampa Rays.
The Rays. We have a pitching prospect in the top 100.
Yeah, if you haven't heard, I said this earlier. Maz is trying to say it now. The Rays have 4 position players in the top 100. No, the Dodgers have 2. The Orioles have 3. The Yankees have 2. Of all those teams, the Yankees are the only team that has multiple position players and a pitcher in the top 100 prospects. The Dodgers have 0. The Rays have 0. The Orioles have 0. So this could be a reason why they're still in the conversation for Crochet and Skubal, because they have a pitcher they can send to either one of those teams to help replace either one of those pitchers, as well as bats. But go ahead, Maz. Sorry, man.
No, you're good. Trade scenario 2, we'd be getting Paredes, Diaz, and Skubal. So we'd be sending Tampa Narvaez, Hampton, Roger Arias for number 4 prospect, and left-handed pitcher Brock Selvage, who's our number 10 prospect. We'd get Paredes and Diaz in return. And and with Detroit, we'd be sending them Spencer Jones, our number 2 prospect, Will Warren, our number 7 prospect, to give them a pitcher back in return. Outfielder Brandon Maea, the number 9 prospect, and second baseman shortstop Jared Cerner, who's the number 19 prospect. In return, we would get left-handed pitcher Tarek Skubal. Trade scenario 3 would be getting Crochet, Paredes, and Diaz. Tampa would get Narvaez, Hampton, Arias, Selvage, and Cerna. We'd get Paredes and Diaz. And the one that we would send to Chicago, we'd be giving them Dominguez, Lombard, Maea, and Cerna, while we would be getting Garrett Crochet back.
Another big trade. It's a lot. But the Yankees would be getting a lot. So another trade. I mean, Mazda forces us to think, inspires us to think outside the box. So that's why I like listening to his trades. So And Jonathan, just a point, yes, I mean, there could be some guys subject to Rule 5, but I do think, to Stephen B's point, there will be some Rule 5 players likely in some of these trades. So, Rule 5 players, people that could be exposed to that, should be traded. Yeah. No. Yes, Rule 5 should get traded.
Hey, you think we could get rid of Melo here because he's starting to get on my last nerve? But with the Diaz and Eflin and Paredes deal that we would be getting those three in return, that makes more sense than having to giving up Jones and Dominguez when you
Can
can
you hear
get
me? Can you hear
three.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
People tell me I'm breaking up again.
Just a little bit.
Try to get closer to the Wi-Fi connection here. Now I have some more bars here. How about now, gang? Am I better?
Much better.
Am I better, gang? Yeah, Chisholm and Scott would be good.
They would, but I think Paredes and Diaz would be a better combo, honestly.
Yeah.
With Eflin. I know people don't like to hear the fact that we would be trading Jones and Dominguez, but get used to it because I can tell you now that's what it's going to take to get Scooble and or Crochet.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to get Scooble without either Jones or Dominguez. There's no way. So I would be shocked. And if Cashman somehow got Scooble without one of those guys, he manager of the decade. So you can see my pretty face bet. Thank you, Army Shaman. Thank you. Dude, and like to Mass's point too, like if I'm giving up Jones for Crochet, I'm gonna want a player with Crochet to come back to the game. Right? And that's 3 players in the top 100. Davey, Dominguez is 25, and if you look at Baseball America, Jones is now 15, and Chase Hampton is, I think he's.
There you go, Jason. Yeah, Jason is 25. You're right. Sorry.
Dominguez is 25. And so you look at Baseball America, Spencer Jones is 15 now.
Uncle Tats is in the building.
Tats is in the building. What's up, my man? There he is. Good to have you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. And then Chase Hampton, I think he's 83 or 82. Something.
Joseph says the Tampa trade is too much money. It's actually not.
Which trade?
The Tampa trade. They get Eflin, Paredes, and Diaz.
That's a big trade.
It's a big trade, but it's actually really not a whole lot of money because you're not going to be paying all that.
You know, in terms of incoming contract, no. Yeah, I mean, and you're going to be paying whatever's left of the contract this year.
Yeah.
So like if somebody's making $3 million, you're probably going to pick up $1 million. Like it's not going to be like you're going to be Spencer Jones homer and double A tonight. Good. It's not like you're going to be picking up some $35 million contract and there's still 10 left.
Oh, here you go. Jason is Jones 15th in the News BA top 100 from today. They've updated their list with draftees that have signed.
Baseball America. That was the latest. He was 15 in the Baseball America top 100 prospects rankings. Yeah. And yeah, so we have 2 guys. Two guys. And which is good. Get a box of roids, yeah.
I'm telling you, those if this team wants to compete, this is an all or nothing deadline for the Yankees.
It is. You're 100% right.
And those are the moves that need to be made to get them over the hump.
Yeah.
I know fans do not want to hear that. I know there are fans out there in this chat right now probably saying that I'm completely out of my fucking mind, which is fine. However, they do need to make trades like that.
Yeah.
I don't care where Jones and Dominguez are and Hampton is. I really don't. If teams want them, let them take them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's going to give us big pieces in return.
Mm-hmm.
because Rodon is not a number 2. He is a number 3 at best.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're damn right, man. Damn right. And like, it's I don't even. I'm kind of at a loss for.
Yo, Elvis, you say he's not getting traded, but if the Yankees get a piece that they want, watch how quickly he gets traded.
Yeah. If the Tigers say you give us Dominguez and we'll give you Scooble, you say bye to Dominguez. Like, it's just you can trades will a significant amount of trades will make a difference. The right trades, Davey. The right trades. And again,
Why is that dumb, yo, Elvis? You're all complaining. There's more. Some of you in here who are complaining about, oh, this team sucks. This team sucks. That's how you get better. To get something, you got to give something. So tell me why that's dumb.
mm-hmm.
Because you're also proving to Soto that you're still trying to retain him, but you're giving pieces around him. You stretch your lineup out, make it deeper, and you make your rotation good.
Yeah, and George Steinbrenner, the boss, how many people love him, would not hesitate for 1 second to trade either one of those guys.
Exactly. And
Like
I don't
that.
know if you heard, but Paredes and Diaz are both bats. So
Mm-hmm. Second base, third base. You cover your infield problem there.
And I like what Armin
Paredes.
Chalmain said, that you aren't going to get productive bats for free.
No, exactly. He's right. He's 100% right. 100% right. So, yeah, why? Yeah, I mean, look. Yeah, Zach Eflin's not our first choice.
He's not a first pick. Absolutely, I agree with that.
But if you can't get Scooble, if you can't get Crochet, and you can get Eflin, then okay, you get Eflin, no doubt about it, right? But at the end of the day, we like Scooble and Crochet are the top 2 arms on the market right now that we know that might be available. We know Crochet's available. We haven't gotten confirmation on Scooble yet, right? So, but that's what
I
the
get it. We're
cost.
struggling. I get it. We're completely struggling. This team is struggling to drive in runs. But to get bats, good productive bats, you got to give something up. You got to be willing to give something up. So,
Yeah.
Even if and the pitching rotation is also struggling a little bit. So yeah, you're gonna have to give up a Dominguez to get a good piece, like a Scooble or a Crochet. So don't be laughing so quickly there.
There we go. It's just, yeah, David. Look, JD Davis. I think I think we're all in agreement that once they bring in bats, JD Davis is gonna be one of the first ones to be DFA'd. And Jahmai Jones, right? I don't think there's any.
Yeah.
This
Scooble can't hit, but he can certainly give you innings, and that's what we need out of our rotation. And Marcel, we don't know if Schmidt's going to be healthy when he comes back. We don't know, so you can never have too much pitching.
Yeah, and we need him to be healthy. We need him to be healthy. But Mike's right. You can never have too much pitching. Absolutely right. So, and again, like Jones might be. I mean, I don't know. He might be half a year away.
But Dominguez, you don't even. Here's the other thing, Dominguez. Do you even know if he's going to stay healthy?
Yeah, that's the other thing
He's
too.
already had 2 major injuries. You think he's going to stay healthy?
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Super high talent, no doubt. And believe me, like if he turns out to be the next Soto and Jones turns out to be the next Judge and they're both here, I would love to have 2 pairs of Sotos and Judges. I would love it. But the chances of that happening are not ideal, right? So, and yeah, with Stanton's apparently Stanton's coming back. I think he's going to meet the team in Fenway.
Yeah,
that's the rumor right now. He's going to meet the team in Fenway Park in Boston. They got one more game with the Mets, and then they go to Fenway, and then from Fenway they go to Philly, and then from Philly they go to Toronto. So those are the next 3 series. I mean, at least Toronto's in last place now, and maybe they're going to trade away Vlad or Bo Bichette as well. So maybe
I don't think Vlad's going anywhere.
Yeah,
and if he does, he'll probably either go to Seattle or Houston. But he's probably not going to go anywhere.
I don't think he will. I think if anybody goes into Alonso, I think he would be the one to go to
Yeah.
the first baseman. Yeah, the fact that again, we got 45 likes. Let's try to get 100. We possibly can. So it's really appreciated. And Cabrera pitching for Rice tonight. I mean, Cabrera's good, yeah, but the other problem is
You're breaking up again.
the other problem with Cabrera is shown to go better than the other guys, right? And that's the problem with him. So we upgrade him as well. I like him. We need to upgrade from Cabrera as well.
If you could bring up Davies' comment here.
Davey. This one?
Yeah. If they're not going to be excited to take Dominguez for the players I asked for, then they can go kick rocks and get bent. How about that?
Yeah. And why would teams not be excited? Everybody keeps saying Dominguez is better than Spencer Jones, but teams keep asking for Jones and not Dominguez.
And Carl's right. Dominguez has Dominguez has so little time in the show. To me, he's still improving. I think he could be good, but there's a chance he doesn't work out. He's still a prospect.
Yeah, he is. He's absolutely right. I mean, I hope he doesn't turn out to be a Kevin Moss, right? Kevin Moss replaced Don Mattingly. He lit the world on fire for about a month. I think he had like maybe 20 home runs in the month that he was here. Then they fell off the face of the earth and never came back again. So I hope that doesn't happen with Jason Dominguez. I really do.
He never said he didn't like Dominguez, and he hasn't said a bad word about him. He's just saying that we've had a small sample size of him, so it's not proven if he's going to be good or not. That's all he said.
I don't talk bad about Dominguez. The fact of the matter is he's not up here. Neither is Jones. So I don't want to talk about either one of them that much. Only time I talk about them is if beat writers bring them up, if they become available in trades. Like, I keep people updated on stuff, but we like to talk about the team that's up here.
Texas makes a good point. Dominguez has been injured.
He has, and this is the thing. Like, what can I say about Dominguez? He was awesome when he came up here for 2 weeks, but that's all he's been, and he's been hurt since then. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. So what else can I say about him? That's the thing, my guy.
Bro, you really got to. I don't know what you're smoking or what you're on, but you got to get off of it, bro. Because you're obviously not watching what everyone else is watching.
Who's this?
Yo Elvis.
Where is he? I can't find him.
Man is breaking in AAA, and then he also put because he's injured, laughing my ass off.
He is injured. He pulled himself out of the game. And he's missing. He's on the IL for like 8 weeks. That's not an excuse. That's the truth. He hasn't played in like 6 weeks.
All right. You know what, Yo Elvis? Cut the shit, because this is the last time I'm going to tell you. If not, you're gone.
Dude. Yeah. No. You can't be insulting people, man. We don't talk about people here. No. We don't do that. We do not do that. He was the best international prospect. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's also had 5 years in the system, Coconut. Spencer Jones, 2 years. He's in his second year in the system. So Dominguez was, I think, signed here internationally when he was 15. So, it's really hard to compare him and Spencer Jones. They have different skill sets. They both have high ceilings. They're both the Yankees' top 2 offensive prospects.
Yankee fan 2024 brings up a good point.
Got it. Yeah, we went, well, exactly. We went all by getting Soto. We can't. You're right. We can't stop here. You're absolutely right. And the lineup again, like we've said this, when you have this many injuries and the guys that are on the bench are also injured, Boone is dealing with a lack of options. Otherwise, you're going to have to call guys up and option people out, and then people have a finite amount of options too. After a while, you can't option them out anymore. You have to release them or trade them, put them on waivers. So
Andres Gomez is at that point.
Yeah, Andres Gomez, like Oswald Peraza, like you can't. The next time they're up here, you either have to release them or trade them. So, and that's an unfortunate part. That's just that's just the rule in baseball. If a limited amount of options. So, and that's unfortunately that's a problem. But that's not a rule we made up. It's just a baseball rule.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. So, and it's again like, this isn't yeah. Yeah, I'm not calling out people's names, but like, turns into it does. I mean, this happens all the time. And it's not only here; it's other channels too. It is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
Tomorrow's another day. I mean, the Orioles lost too, so thankfully the Yankees didn't the ground.
Well, then, Donald, do you want another bat or not? I'm only asking because you're saying just do not make those trades except for Scooble. So I want to know, do you want other bats or not?
I mean, what if you have
what other option do you have?
An option, put him out here. I love to hear him. Yeah, Judge did play 4 years in college. This is true too, Texas. Yep. Jones played 3, and Dominguez was an international signing. They generally don't play college, but he's been in the system for in the organization for 5 years now. Dominguez. So, option to the minors are removed from teams active 26, but remain on the 40. If you're optioned, yes. But once you're out of options, then they have to put you on waivers or DFA you or release you or trade you. No. So, but yes, when you're optioned out, you get off the 26, but you are on the 40. And again, if you're out of option, then you're also subject to the Rule 5 draft. So, and this is where
that brings up a good point.
Yeah, Judge, exactly. 167 when he first called up, and how many called him a bust? So many people called him a bust. And the year that he hit 52 home runs as a rookie, he also led the majors. He set an MLB record for strikeouts that year. He struck out like 200 plus times. So, and it's just a part of his game. It's a part of his game. He's a more dangerous and more complete hitter than now, but Tats is absolutely right. He 150 167. People are calling him a bust. And well, exactly, Yankee fan too. Like it sounds as if nobody's safe right now. And the fact that it's being leaked that Dominguez and Jones might be available, that goes. If they're available, then everybody's available.
Yeah,
everybody.
It doesn't matter at this point.
Lane, all of them. Adrius, Lane, everybody. No, that's just I know there's people who don't want to must move on from some people, but like if Dominguez and Jones.
I know that there's people who want Spencer Jones traded more than they do Dominguez, but at the end of the day, this is a business. This is not about making friends. So you have to realize that if the Yankees want to win, they're going to trade both of them, at least, or if not one of them.
I mean, the Detroit Tigers are asking for Jackson Holiday for Tarek School.
Yeah,
Jackson Holiday, the number 1 prospect in all baseball.
And Lourdes Mendoza says at the end of the day, anything we get is an improvement.
He's absolutely right. And like anybody you get second or third is going to be an improvement of what we have now. And we know this, right? Ethan, thank you so much for Super Chat, my friend. We need people that can get on base before we can think about pitching it. We need both, honestly. But getting people to get on base, you're absolutely right. Right. That's why we keep saying we need a table setter, a guy that can get on base at a decent rate at 1, and then somebody at 4 that can drive in Soto and Judge also. So number 1 and 4 in the lineup is key. And like Mike said too, with Paredes and Diaz, you have 1 and 4 right there. They came here, right? So like the other, like we heard earlier, somebody just asked if we. Have we heard anything?
No.
I forgot. I didn't see who
asked. Dennis put something up.
Dennis, okay.
This is a different comment, but he said, I think the Jones Dominguez available info is just a way of communicating that the Yankees are serious and the need to write something.
Probably both, or Cashman. Again, Cashman could be playing hardball too, like the other GMs.
Because he could. As we know, the White Sox wanted Spencer Jones for Crochet.
Yeah.
He could be like, well, if that's the case and you don't, whatever it may be, the case may be,
yeah,
we'll just go to another team. That's it. Well,
It could also be a ploy to get another team, a rival, to overpay for somebody. You know, like we made you give up Jackson Holiday, but we kept Jones. Like, well, whatever. This is what they do to each other. They play chess with each other all the time. These GMs, right? So,
What is my expertise? I never said I had expertise. I just watch and pay attention to what actually goes on.
yeah, and we also report what people write all the time.
And what I
He
can
has
tell
it in
you
both
is,
baseball.
what I can tell you
We both play
is
baseball.
that if you want to get something, you're going to have to give something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a matter of expertise; it's a matter of paying attention to what actually is going on.
Yep. And
Crochet has 2.5 or 3 years left on his contract before he's a free agent.
Who's that?
Yankees Capitals fan asked about Crochet.
Shit, yeah. He's a free agent in 2027.
Yep.
So is Jazz Chisholm. So is Tarek Skubal. All the guys that we're talking about, the pitchers, they're free. They have 2 more
Zach
years.
Paredes is a free agent in 28.
Who's that? Paredes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Paredes 28. Yep.
He has 27.
Yep. Off base in the mind of real baseball. Who are real baseball people that are Yankee fans? We are real baseball people who are Yankee fans. So what are you saying? What are you saying, Donald? And why is it a problem to think big? This is what we do here. Instead of wasting time complaining and trashing Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman, we like to think big. That's more fun.
I can tell you now, thinking big is not a way to divert things or divert our attention, but thinking big is a way to kind of have fun with everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Paredes ARB numbers will cost more than Dylan Moore's remaining money. Who's Dylan?
I don't agree with this comment. I mean, I respect the fact that he respects our opinion. I just don't agree with his comment.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. I mean, I don't agree with that. It won't make a difference if they make good trades. It'll make a difference. You know, they're not 10 games out of first. They're not in 4th place. They're in the hunt. So
George would definitely not fire Cashman, by the way. I just want to put that out there because Donald put George, the boss, would have already fired the front office and manager, so do not bring him up.
Can't prove that. No.
Can't prove that.
Do I think Toronto will trade Vlad Jr.? I don't think they will.
No.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think, but I think they will likely move Bichette. But Yankees are asking about Tyone. Yes, David has. So are the Red Sox. They've reached out.
I think the Red Sox will land him.
Yeah, because we know now that the Cubs are going to be sellers, and it sounds like the Reds are going to be sellers. So, and it sounds like the Twins might be sellers now because I heard tonight they have some payroll limitations that are facing right now at the deadline. So they could be sellers too, the Twins.
Yeah.
Joker cleaning up with the bat out of Judge's hands.
Did you see what NFP put?
George could have fired Joe Torre, and he never did. This is true too.
By the way, here's some breaking news for you.
What we got?
The Reds are likely to trade from bullpen depth.
Mm-hmm. And the Yankees have been in contact with the Yankees for bullpen.
That was just reported on MLB Trade Rumors.
Keep that in mind, guys. Now let's take a look and see if we have any. See, this is this is a better use of our time, in our opinion. Like talking about, we keep you updated on what's going on, right? Because we go so many other places, all they do is complain about the same things every night, and to me, it doesn't give any value. This is the type of stuff like might just put out breaking news that we didn't hear about, right? The Reds are looking to trade from relievers. The Yankees have already been talking to the Reds about that, so there's a good chance for that the Yankees could acquire Reds relievers, and they need relievers.
Maybe Alexis Diaz. Maybe.
Yeah, if they can get him, that would be a crazy get. An absolutely crazy get.
Because then you could put him in the closer spot. Not saying that you take Holmes out of the closer spot because he's not been horrible this year, but it would be a good piece to add with Holmes.
Yeah. I could see the Yankees cutting ties with Torres, but not Verdugo. Um, crazy things have happened, but I have a feeling they're going to ride with Verdugo. I think
Yeah.
Torres, any offensive output they get from the next week would only increase his trade value.
And I'm not surprised that the Dodgers are interested in Rosarena. I'm not.
No, and they're also talking to the White Sox about Luis Robert and Garrett Crochet and Michael Kopech.
I don't think that's happening. They're out of it. They don't need Crochet. They don't. Robert, I don't think they've got enough to get him alone.
True. The Yankees are finalizing a deal to acquire Taylor Walls, writes Joel Sherman of New York. Who the hell's Taylor Walls?
Taylor Walls?
I just got that news. Joel Sherman. Taylor Walls. Let's see. They're finalizing a deal to acquire Taylor Walls.
He is from Tampa, and he's a shortstop.
He's a 28-year-old infielder from Tampa. Let me look at his spot track here. If you ever want to know when a person's contract, you can go to somebody's spot track. Just look at SPOTRAC, spottrack.com, and it'll tell you how much time he has left in his contract. He starts ARB next year. He has 3 more years of ARB, and he's not a free agent until 2028. Maybe he'll be a second baseman.
I don't know if I
Taylor
think
Walls.
that, though, because we don't need, he's hitting 155.
Yeah, what is he? I mean, let me see if he's.
Who would we be giving up for it?
And I don't know if this is right. This is according to Joel Sherman, but.
Joel Sherman? I don't know if I trust that.
From the New York Post. Let me go to. Let's see, Taylor Walls.
What? When did you? Did he post that on his Twitter or his X?
This is on. I'm looking for his Twitter now.
Because I didn't see anything on his Twitter.
Sherman. Joel Sherman.
I don't see anything.
Let me go back to this. And again, this is the type of stuff. It could be hype. It could be bullshit, right? It could be real. But this type of stuff happens all the time. Let's see.
I don't see anything.
Twitter. Let's see. Oh, that's on the Yankees are finalizing a deal to acquire Taylor Walls, writes Joel Sherman of New York Post Sports. But back to your comment, Jonathan. I could see them cutting ties with Torres only if they get only if they get another infielder. Like if this turns out to be true, then maybe that's
I don't see anything. Joel Sherman, not even on his.
I'm not seeing anything from Sherman either. So like this could be a spoof too.
It's probably a spoof.
So this is like we stay on top of this stuff. Like let me check out. And we can find out pretty quickly. I mean, whether it's has teeth or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, the Reds swept by the Nats this weekend are telling teams that they are willing to move players on expiring contracts. India does not have an expiring contract. Who else has an expiring contract in the Yankees? I don't know. Apparently, the Yankees are interested in bringing Chad Green back too.
I don't. That's something I would avoid at all costs. I think that ship has sailed as well.
Max Schumann is a great option for 2 prospects. Who's Max Schumann?
Oh boy, Max Schumann. Let's see.
SCHUE.
He is from the A's. He's hitting 260, 6 homers, 26 ribbies. 27-year-old.
He's an infielder. Let's go to spot track. Let's go to
He's
his
a
spot.
shortstop, second baseman, and center fielder. He made his debut this year, it looks like.
He's got probably 5 years of.
So he would have 6 years of control. You still there, Jason?
There we go. We're back.
Okay.
Sorry, gang. Yeah, I would pass. I'm with Tats too. I would pass on Green, especially at the price. But again, like Abe Torre would be cheap too from the A's. Yeah, I don't know. James Paxton was released. He has a 4.43 ERA. I mean, the Yankees got him. It would probably be on a minor league deal, AAA deal, so he wouldn't be on the 40-man. Honestly, I think the only starter they would bring would be Crochet or Scooble or somebody that we're not thinking of right now. Right? Well, Joe, I think they're going to get rid of J.D. Davis once they acquire a bat, an infielder.
I think once Stanton comes back, Jahmai Jones will be gone, and then when they acquire a bat or two, they will get rid of J.D. Davis.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I just want to put something out there. I want everyone in the chat to think about something with Paredes and Diaz, and I bring them up for a reason, and I keep bringing them up for a reason. With Paredes, you can get rid of that dumpster fire and Gleyber Torres, play him at second, and have him be a leadoff hitter, which is essentially what he is a leadoff hitter.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Yandy Diaz, who can play third, who's actually a better third baseman than he is a first baseman. So keep that in mind. And Paredes is a better second baseman than he is a third baseman. So by getting those two, you get your leadoff hitter, and you get maybe number 5, 4, 5, 6 hitter, whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
And you replace DJ. So you get rid of the Torres problem, get rid of the DJ problem. You stretch this lineup out, and you get control of the years.
Yep.
So I want fans to think about that and let that sink in for a bit.
Yep. And to Cosy's point too, he said to talk to Boris. Boris was in the crowd tonight. He was in the audience. I mean, the stands. So was CC Sabathia. There's a bunch of. Today's the 25th anniversary of David Cohn's perfect game in 1999. 25th anniversary.
D-Train, it's not insane. It's not. I don't know why people think it's insane, because there were fans who were wanting Cashman to trade Jones for Dylan Cease, for God's sakes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not insane.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Athletic ranked Paredes as the best bat available. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either.
Solid contact bat. So it would fit the Yankees' needs. And again, whatever they add at 1-4 pushes the rest of the lineup down. It lengthens the lineup, right? And now you have, guys like Torres, if he's still here, and Volpe batting in more, and even Verdugo batting in more natural spots. Now, Verdugo should not be batting 4th or 5th. He should be batting 6th or 7th, right?
Never said Jones was going to Tampa. Never said that.
Yeah. I don't think Cashman would do that anyway.
And I wouldn't forget about Paredes, because if the Yankees end up getting Paredes, then that just goes to show you that Cashman is not playing around.
Yeah. Robert, trade proposal. Ian Hamilton, Everson Pereira, TJ Brunfield, and Tristan Verling to the Giants. For who? For who, Robert?
He put it here. For first baseman, outfielder Lamont Wade Jr., Matt Chapman, and Tyler Rogers.
And you get Hamilton, Pereira. Probably sounds like a balanced trade. That's something worth looking into or thinking about, I think.
Yeah.
You want Lowe, Diaz, and Perez. If you get Lowe, Diaz, and Perez, I'm not sure they're going to get 3 infielders.
No.
They need doing two.
They're going to want I can tell you now, Cashman and Steinbrenner are going to want Diaz and Paredes, and then they're probably going to go for Eflin as well if they can, and if not, they're going to go for Scooble or Crochet.
Buckeye, who's lefty or right? Max Schumann. Max Schumann is a good question. He righty. He throws righty and he bats righty. Buckeye. Ethan, thank you again for the super chat. Appreciate you. Sleeper 2 prospects. We can hope the A's, Rockies, and Marlins send 8 pro top 10, 20, and that's easy trade deadline. You would think so. But I mean, the problem with the trade deadline is with the expanded playoff format with the 2 extra teams, a lot of teams and with so many teams in contention, there's going to be less players available. So you're going to have to pay more for players at the deadline, unfortunately. That's the unfortunate part of it right now, right? But Ethan, thank you again for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate you. Monty Wade, Matt Chatterton. I know Taylor Rogers has been somebody that folks have been talking about. Block the Oilers from Scooble. Okay, whatever. The Oilers? Who's the Oilers?
Like the Edmonton Oilers, the hockey
Scooble?
team.
You mean the Astros, Ethan? Or you mean Orioles?
Orioles. That's probably what
Okay,
he means.
Orioles. Yeah. And Dennis,
we probably could trade for Renifo, but I don't know if I don't know what that will cost us. It might, because if the thing is, if you're going to get Renifo, then you want to ask for either Anderson or Estevez along with that.
Yep. So Renifo alone is not enough from the Angels. You got to make a multiplayer trade with the Angels if you're going to make a trade. Like, it just makes more sense to do multiplayer trades. And this is another reason why Maz is putting forth multiplayer trades, but because it allows you to address a lot of holes with not many trades. So, and if you could do that, then, it definitely is worth considering. With Hill, I think it all depends, Ludus, in terms of what they get if they add our starting pitcher or not. That's what I think. I think it depends on if they get shit or Scooble or somebody we're not thinking about.
So Kevin asked actually a really good question, and I can answer that for him if you want to bring that comment up.
Evan?
No, Kevin.
Right here?
Yeah.
The Yankees have to give up Diaz and Press?
They're going to have to give up probably a couple. They're probably going to have to give up a pitcher. They're probably going to have to give up an outfielder and some infield depth.
Probably.
You get or catching depth, either one. But if you want both, it'll probably be one infielder, a couple outfielders, a catcher, and maybe a pitcher, depending on who you're giving up.
Max Schumann is better than Jazz Chisholm, you think? Is he?
I
don't know. I mean, he's got more controllable years.
I don't know. I haven't followed him that much.
And this is a good point from Dennis. In multiplayer trades, maximize the value of your major trade ships. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You're absolutely right. Guys, Spencer Jones on Yes playing tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Oh, cool.
Is Diaz available? Yes. Yandy Diaz.
Yandy, yeah.
Isaac Paredes and Zach Eflin are all available.
Yeah, we have to trade. Maybe Rudy. I don't know. I mean, if they're quietly looking, but maybe they are quietly looking to trade Alex Verdugo. I mean, I got an injury update on Jason Dominguez, by the way. I got to shout out Jonathan, who's the Prime Minister of Valuable Intel. He gave me I'll give you a couple of injury updates. This is right from Brian Hoke. Jason Dominguez took live batting practice July 22nd and is scheduled to join AAA for workouts. Could be playing in games within a week. Ian Hamilton still needs to toss a side session and live batting practice before getting into games. And Nick Birdie faced Dominguez in live batting practice at Tampa Complex on the same day, the 22nd. He's close to a minor league rehab. So those 3 critical pieces for the Yankees. So thank you again, Jonathan, for the intel.
Also, for those of you who do not know, don't be surprised if the Yankees and Rays make a trade, because the Rays have been heavily scouting our system.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if they do make a trade, and don't be surprised if Paredes and Diaz are involved in that deal.
Yeah. Does he fit the Brewers and Pirates? Is there room? I don't know who plays second base for Milwaukee or Pittsburgh.
So from Milwaukee, let's see here.
Ethan, man, if you can get controlled years on Schumann, if they're making him available, then yeah, you can get somebody on the cheap for second base. Sure.
So Bryce Terang plays second for Milwaukee. And for Pittsburgh,
Bryce Terang. Okay.
it would be Nick Gonzalez and Jared Triolo.
So maybe Gleyber Torres is fit in either one of those teams. Maybe. Yeah. They have Nick Gonzalez too at second base. Yeah, I actually had him predicted to be traded to the Yankees. Nick Gonzalez in the trade deadline as one of the players that we weren't thinking about that might be available to come to the Yankees. Nick Gonzalez, he has another one. He's pretty solid over there, and he'd be a good swap with Torres. But Dame,
we need to trade 5 to 6 prospects. Be done with it? No, not if you're giving up. Not if you're giving up Spencer Jones or Jason Dominguez. You do not need 5 or 6 prospects.
Yeah,
Dominguez and Jones alone are probably worth about 3.
Yep, I would want Andy Ibanez or something like that with Skubal or reliever with Skubal. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, Stephen B. They are, like Mike said, they are scouting us. They've been scouting our farm for like a week now, pretty heavily. So, people are definitely saying Max Schumann's better than All right, man. If he's better, then he's better. If the Reds trade, I can't see the Reds trading Ellie De La Cruz. Yeah, they would. You're right. They would be dominating. You're absolutely right. Tyler Talbot.
This is interesting.
Yeah, brother. Yankees get Paredes, Lowe, and Fairbanks for Arias, Tristan Vreeling, LaRange, Brandon Maia, Yoendris Gomez.
Hey, Keith Squared, if you change Lowe to Diaz, you have yourself a deal.
Lowe is their second baseman, right?
Lowe.
Brandon Lowe.
Brandon Lowe, I believe, is their second baseman.
Fairbanks, their hard-throwing relief pitcher. I know that.
I would take Fairbanks in a heartbeat.
Roderick Arias, Tristan Vreeling.
Yep, he is their second baseman. You know what they do not have, though, that we could give them?
What?
A first baseman.
The Rays?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because Yandy Diaz is on some kind of absence.
Yeah, some personal. I saw that some family personal leave or something like that, leave or something like that. Or
yeah, so they don't have a first baseman.
Yeah, Valentino guys are talking about Skubal and Foley to Baltimore for Holiday here instead, but I don't think
that's likely.
The Orioles. I said this earlier. If you guys didn't see, the Orioles can trade a lot of position players, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if the Tigers are going to trade away 2 pitchers, and they're likely going to trade away Jack Flaherty too to another team, so it would be wise to give them some pitchers in return, along with some position players. And like I said before, I think the reason why the Yankees are still in the conversation when it comes to Skubal and Crochet is they're the only team that has a pitcher in the top 100 and the position players in the top 100. Baltimore does not. The Dodgers do not. Tampa Bay does not. So that, to me, leads me to believe that's why the Yankees are still in the conversation, because they could diversify a package. And again, I don't know if the Orioles gave up Jackson Holiday, and fans are going to be pissed. And I'm in agreement. And Tyler Talbot, thank you again. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. I don't think Nestor's going to make the deadline either. I think there's an increasing chance that he gets traded.
I do too. And you know who I think he goes to?
Where?
Not going to be St. Louis, because they're not. I don't know if they're looking to buy right now. There's 2 teams I see him going to. either who is it? Either the Diamondbacks, because the D-backs are in some need of pitching because Montgomery's hurt.
Mm-mm.
So
Can I add the Marlins to the list?
you can. That was the other team.
I think the Marlins are a good one to add too.
Trains said the Yankees are more than one move away from being a championship team. It's not worth giving up the farm for this team.
Well, keep in mind, I mean, Jason Dominguez is not the farm.
Spencer Jones is not the farm.
Not the farm. Their farm is deep for a reason, and they just drafted 14 pitchers last week or 2 weeks ago. So they do have, players that they can move. And again, they wouldn't move Jones or Dominguez unless they're getting a pretty good, package in return. And I am strongly in belief that some of the pieces that Cashman's going to bring back will have controllable years.
And they wouldn't say that Dominguez and Jones are no longer untouchable if they weren't serious about getting another big piece or two.
Yep. I don't know if Westberg and Holiday getting traded. That would be crazy. I would be shocked if Jackson Holiday got traded.
Yeah, I would too.
But Jonathan's right too. A lot more moves will be made in the next week. We are 7 days away. Every day we get closer to the trade deadline, it's just going to get more intense and more intense and more intense and more intense. So
I don't think fans should be panicking about or questioning the whole Jones Dominguez thing, because if generally when they say that players are touchable and they are on the table, they've probably got something cooking.
Yep.
And if you think about the whole Soto thing, and you, myself, and NFE had talked about this, that when there's smoke, there's fire. So there's probably some fire behind this.
Mm-hmm. What's the number 25 outfield look like? What do you mean, Harold? Number 25 outfield. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that.
LB, check your stats again.
Yeah, Dominguez in the 7, Jones 81. I hear Jose Siri is going to New York. Jose Siri? He's from the Rays, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you hear that from, Joseph? He's an outfielder, Jose Siri. I don't know if the Yankees need an outfielder. Spent 204, 14 home runs, 35 ribbies. He's a 29-year-old outfielder. That's right. He throws right. Let me check his. Let's check his spot track. See, we do this. Mike and I do this live time. we look at this stuff, what you guys and gals are putting out for us. And Ethan, again, thank you for the super chat again, but I appreciate you. I would have traded for Schumann, Rooker, or Jones, for Jones, and 2 or 3 more prospects. Our bats are that bad. Get Schumann and Brent Rooker here for Jones. Wouldn't Brent Rooker block Dominguez then if he plays in the outfield?
Yes.
So Siri has got 3 more ARB years after this year. So he's not afraid until 2028 also. So these are the type of guys, right? These are the type of guys that these controllable years. But I mean, is he going to? How is
he said just kidding.
Said just kidding?
Yeah.
Joker. Dan O'Dowd said on Foul Territory that the Tigers need to get blown away to trade Scooble. I don't believe that any prospect is untouchable. Ask the Pirates what they got for Cole.
I'll tell you what.
What the
Fans
Pirates
may not believe this, and that's fine. Fans may think that I'm completely nuts, but the Yankees hold the best hand this trade deadline. They hold all the cards, and they are in the best position to do something. And do not count them out. They are just as dangerous as anybody else now that they have Jones and Dominguez on the table.
Here we go. We got another one from Talbot. Thank you again, brother. Yankees get Crochet and Bredia for Hampton, Kyle Carr, Everson Pereira. Crochet and Bredia.
I don't think that's going to be enough.
White Sox? Let's see. White Sox. John Brebbia. Okay, John Brebbia, sorry. 34-year-old. John Brebbia. Let me see. John Brebbia, what's his spot track? Spot track. You might have to give up. Yeah, I mean, you might have to give up more than that. And I agree this too. Ahmed Rosario is likely to come to New York. He's even said today everybody wants to play for the Yankees, so I'm open to it. He said that today. He said that today himself. Ahmed Rosario.
Really?
Got.
Huh.
How many years does he have left? I can't tell.
I got you. So Ahmed Rosario is actually hitting pretty good.
Kirby is a free agent in 2026, so he's got another year after this year. He's not the same piece this year.
Ahmed Rosario is hitting 309 this year.
Yep. Second?
Huh?
Does he play second?
He does. He plays second, short, and outfield.
Yeah, going to Cleveland. I have Jameson Tyone going to Cleveland. I think the Guardians are going to add a pitcher.
Yeah, I don't see Bichette going to Cleveland.
I could see Bichette going to Diamondbacks. I think the Diamondbacks are probably going to add a bat and an arm quietly. Last year they added. What did they add? They added Nathan Eovaldi. They added.
Mm-hmm.
Who else did they add? They added a couple guys. One of them. They added a couple. Rebby has been lights out this month. Good. Yankees anything that can get on base and play. You damn right, Ethan. You damn right. Yeah, well, this is true. I mean, this is why Texas. This is why I can't stress enough that if they're going to trade a big piece like Dominguez or Jones, they need to get guys with controllable years that are going to be here with Judge and Soto and Cole. That's the only way I would move either one of those guys. Like Skubal's got 2 more controllable years. So does Crochet. Like I would not move any of those guys for a free agent to be. There's no way. Brent Rooker's got several. I think he's got 3 controllable years. So those are the types of guys you would need to bring in here to take advantage of, to maximize the next couple years of Judge's prime and Soto's years and Cole. I mean, Paul Sewell, he's another guy. I don't know. I think the Diamondbacks are gonna. The D-backs added Tommy Pham. That's right. Yes, they did. They added Pham too. Eovaldi did go to Texas, not Diamondbacks. So who the hell went to Diamondbacks? Jordan Montgomery. Sorry, Jordan Montgomery. Talbot. You're right. Jordan Montgomery. Would I send DJ and Torres to LA for Lux and Kiki?
Dodgers won't take that.
Dodgers won't take it, and DJ will probably beat the trade. He's a 10-5 guy, so he can beat any trade. Would I do it? Lux and Kiki, maybe. Also, what should be different? I agree.
You're lagging again, Jason.
What's that?
You're lagging again.
Am I freezing?
Yeah, you're better now, but you were freezing before.
What the hell? Monty went to Texas. Yeah, that's in Arizona this spring. That's right. Monty went to Texas also. That's right. Who the hell went to Arizona again with Pham? They added a pitcher. Why am I drawing a blank? Shoot. I'm drawing a blank. Monty did go to Texas. You're right. Him and Eovaldi. That's right. Does it sound better now?
Much better.
All right. Ethan, thank you again for the super chat. He's too generous tonight, man. Our offense is so bad if Cash doesn't do his job. Block the Orioles. I don't care what it takes. Scooble's a Yank. Get us an infield or 2 to keep. If you can do that, sign me up for that.
And Jackie Bradley Jr. went to the Mets.
Jackie Bradley Jr. did sign with the Mets today. That's right. As another low-key sign by the Mets. Yeah. So, adding some pieces. And Jackie Bradley Jr. he's played well against the Yankees, too. Now let me see. Looking to see if there's any news.
I didn't see anything other
No,
than what I broke earlier.
yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. Yeah, no, nothing. Yeah, could trade with Toronto 10-8. I mean, I don't know what the Jays would trade to the Yankees. In all honesty, I don't know. I mean, I know
Eduardo Rodriguez, that was the other one.
who's that?
Eduardo Rodriguez.
Eduardo Rodriguez. That's right. Also friend. That's right. That's right. Broken trunk to the Mets. Sunil's in the place. What's happening, Sunil? Jordan Montgomery did go to the D-backs. Yeah, that's right. And he's not
But
pitching. He's hurt.
just don't sleep on the Yankees.
Yeah, Andrew. Like,
They know what they have to do. They know what they need, and um, they're going to make the moves that they need to.
and what, Andrew? Well, who's the real first baseman? Rice has looked a little overmatched recently. Yes, he's a rookie too, so he's a developing player. And he's shown, he's shown what he can do. But who's the real first baseman that you would want here, Andrew? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, we did. We are interested in Chad Green.
I don't think that would be a smart move.
He's going to be a free agent at the end of the season, isn't he? So Brandon Rooker is good. Yes, he's got good power. He's got 3 years of control left. But again, he would block one of our kids in the outfield, and and I would not be trading Dominguez to Oakland unless I'm getting Mason Miller back too with Rooker. No,
I see Rooker going to the Phillies.
I can see Rooker going to the Phillies too. Yeah, I'm a hard pass on Chad Green too. I like Green, but I'm a pass on him. I'd rather get Tanner Scott and Andrew Nardi from the Marlins. In all honesty, so yes,
Let's not bring politics into this, Ethan.
yeah, Ethan. Let's not bring politics into this. No.
The worst resource in the major leagues.
The worst resource in the major leagues. I'm not sure what that means. I
I
like
like
Scott Tyler, but Scott's going to be a free agent at the end of this year, which is why I think trying to get Nardi with him would be a good idea because he's got 3 years after this year. I think those controllable years are going to come in handy because we are losing potentially Marinaccio, Clay Holmes, and a couple other relievers as well after this year.
Yes.
So, but yeah, let's leave the politics out of this, please. Finnegan from Washington, if he's available, Kevin, he's worth looking into.
Might not be a bad. There was one person I had mentioned, Jose Hernandez. The Dodgers just outrighted him.
I saw that too. Is he a lefty reliever?
He's a lefty.
Yeah, I saw that as well. And again, that would be considered a dumpster dive, but these are the type of arms with lots of controllable years that Cashman does like to acquire here. No. Can Brendan Doyle play first base? 2 years left from the Rockies. Got to take his numbers with a grain of salt because of the course field. That's a good question, Charmaine. I don't know.
No idea.
Not sure. Rudy Berger, Jazz, and Scott from the Marlins. Yandy Fairbanks from the Rays. And if you have a deadline like that, then that would be a monster deadline for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if we'll get all that though.
that'd be
honestly, I would prefer Yandy and Paredes over Chisholm. Honestly,
yeah. So would I. TJ Rumfield, Buckeye. TJ Rumfield is playing first base in AAA. Louis is saying Texas might be sellers now too. If they're sellers, I would look into Evaldi. I would look into a couple of those guys.
I know this is going to piss a lot of fans off, but don't be surprised if Jack Neely gets traded.
Don't be surprised if Neely's in a trade for Skubal or Crochet. Mm-hmm.
Don't be surprised.
Or Rooker or something like that.
I don't know if we'll get Rooker though.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm with you. I think Rooker's going to go to Philly. I think they're going to bring in a bat. They're looking for a right-handed hitting outfielder. That's exactly what he is. So
Um, we're not going to send them 6 prospects just for Scooble. So
yeah, that's a lot. Who's 4 games out? Talbot,
uh,
Texas. Texas 4 games out. I mean, you might be right. I
here
would
I
hate,
got it.
I would hate to trade Neely too, but if you can get uh, 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 like a definitive,
Texas is 3.5 out.
all right. Baltimore is looking hard at Miller, and their farm is better than the Yankees. Yeah, position players they have a lot, but again,
Position players, yes. Pitching, no.
they have no pitchers in the top 100. Not one
They don't have enough pitching in their
in the major league team.
in the minors to.
Yeah, they're
They
tight.
would have to trade Jackson Holiday. That's the problem because that's their only desirable prospect as of now
Yeah, and I
because they
mean,
don't have the pitching.
Tigers would be, of course, they're going to ask for him. The White Sox are probably going to ask for him too.
Yep, the White Sox did ask for him, and they told him to go shove it.
Yeah, and Ty France got either DFA'd or released by the Mariners. I mean, yes, I
Ellington? Who's Ellington, Joseph?
Ellington, 28 million next year.
Actually, Yandi's making 8 over the next 2 years. Paredes isn't even making 4.
Who's Ellington, Joseph?
Are you talking about Eflin?
You mean Eflin? Their pitching is not great in the minors. You're right, Tally. You're absolutely right. Baltimore's pitching is not great in the minors. Eflin, I think, is making maybe 15 next year.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that the Rays are trying to move him. And they added that year to make him movable. So smart. Yeah. Jahmai Jones for Crochet straight
Yeah,
up.
I'll take that any day of the week. I don't know the White Sox would, but I would.
I'll do J.D. Davis for Scooble straight up too.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, he meant Eflin.
Yeah. You got to add to Scooble if you want J.D. Davis. Shit. So Eflin, okay, yeah, I think he's making 15 next year.
Something like that.
But I'm not surprised. I mean, $28 million is like freaking half the Rays payroll. So, no surprise.
So if we're going to be doing them that favor, then they might as well give us Yandy and Paredes.
Damn right. I would be surprised, Ethan, if Nick Cashman does nothing at the deadline. The reason why he didn't do anything last year at the deadline is because he got overruled by Hal. He had 3 trades agreed to, and Hal told
What
him.
were those trades? I wanted to ask you.
He had one for Cody Bellinger. He had 2 other trades I'm hazy on, but the only trade he made was for that reliever from the White Sox. I forgot his name.
Middleton.
Who's that?
Kenyon Middleton.
Kenyon Middleton. That's right. He's signed with the
Cardinals, and he's out for the year.
He's hurt, so he's injured for the rest of the year. But Hal told him we're not going anywhere, so we'll call the kids up. That he wanted Dominguez up, Austin Wells up, and Everson Pereira. That's why they were called up. So, but the Kenyon Middleton was the only guy that they got. They could have had Cody Bellinger, but they didn't get him. He was overruled by Hal. So it was just there are 2 players on the team who should not be Yankees. How has one not belongs to us who does? It seemed they pulled these 2 guys off a Subway. Oh, Mark, what? You mean Jones and J.D. Davis? Yeah, I mean, again, this is where they're trying to get who's available while their bench is injured, unfortunately. So,
Johnny, there was nothing saying that Crochet, Robert, and Kopech are on their way to LA, but I can tell you now, it's probably not going to happen.
all 3 of them, that would be a huge blow.
It would, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't see it happening. It's not. It's not something that.
I don't think the Dodgers have enough. I don't think they have enough on the farm to do it.
No rumor? What do you mean no rumor? I haven't heard anything, Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing on. I mean, we did hear that the Dodgers were talking to the White Sox about them, but that's it. That's all we know right now. We don't know anything beyond that. right? So Bellinger, I think he's coming back off the IL. I think he had a broken finger because he was hit by a pitch, but I don't know if he's coming back. Let's see.
Yeah, really.
But any trade that the Yankees make right now should be a multiplayer trade. So they can address multiple holes because this is, like you said, can Cleveland Guardians' chance of Cody Bellinger trade skyrocket. I don't know. Somebody's predicting Cody Bellinger to the Guardians now too. No, could be a good sign, Rice. I mean, yeah, I would like Bellinger's expensive, Buckeye. You're right about that. So, so I don't know if he's going to represent the right economics for the Yankees.
And no James Paxton.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, the only way I would bring him in is on a minor league deal for AAA depth.
And no to Montes.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, no, I would say no to Montes too. Yeah, I saw that Weaver was pumped up when he struck out that last batter. He was fired up in the bottom of the eighth, in the top of the eighth. It's nice to see. I like Luke Weaver, and then people called that a dumpster dive when the Yankees signed him.
Yeah,
they got him on a 2 or 3 year deal too. No, yeah. But that's what we have for you, gang. That's what we have. I mean, believe us. If we hear anything, you're going to hear from Fortran. You'll hear from Strike Zone. You'll hear from myself. We promise you that. Okay? You have our word. We'll keep you in the loop on everything. This is why we do stuff like this, because we find out stuff along the way that we weren't listening to or haven't heard. We find out stuff from you guys and gals too. You bring up some things too, so we thank you for it.
Paxton's always hurt.
Paxton, he does have an injury too often. Yeah. And, just as good. Well, I think he's 8-2, his record.
Yeah, but I don't trust his health.
Yeah, mid-4 ERA. And he had health injuries when he was with the Yankees too. So I wouldn't sign him to a major league deal. It would only be a minor league deal. And he would not be the guy I'm not going to be like, we're going to forget Crochet and just do James Paxton. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'd rather take Jack Flaherty than the Tigers. So he made all of his 18 starts this year, Kane. Well, that's good to know. He is cheap, yeah. And again, you can get him on a minor league deal. So enter random Trevor Bauer sign, yeah. Yeah, he ain't going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Yeah. Mason Miller, dude. I don't think Mason Miller's gonna. I don't think that at the end of the day, I don't think he gets moved.
I think the A's will hold on to him.
I think he's gonna hold on to him too. I just think he's I think they're gonna need a couple of players whenever they move to Vegas, whenever the hell that is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but he will be at the league minimum because the Dodgers released him, Randall. You're absolutely right. So anybody that signs him at this point can get him on the league minimum, and the Dodgers have to pay whatever salary they agreed to him before, whatever that was. Send a 99 burger to the Reds for it's for Ellie, yeah. If Ellie could play second base, man, bring him in. You got Luis Robert to the Phillies. I wouldn't be surprised. Him and Brent Rooker are.
I got Robert to the Mariners.
Either one of them. Yeah, Mariners, Phillies, either one of them. And Mariners need a bat bad. And Julio Rodriguez just put on IL today. He has a broken finger or broken hand. So
Rudy, make it a quarter pounder.
13 million, Randall. That's what. See, the Dodgers are paying Paxton 13 million this year. So the Yankees can get him on a league minimum. The Cardinals beat Skeens tonight. That's your world, Joseph. Anybody that can beat Skeens that's an impressive feat right now.
Yeah.
Well, Skeen, he is very good. He's very, very good. The Mariners made a couple deals. They also traded. They made a deal with the Braves. They sent that outfielder Jared Kelenic to the Braves.
Mm-hmm.
So Buckeye again, another 5 memberships. Thank you so much. guys and gals, if anybody wants a membership to the 161, please reach out to Buckeye. He's the king of Texas for a reason. Thank you again, my friend. Really, you are a legend. We love you, man. We do. Robert to the Mariners does make sense, and the Rooker to the Phillies makes sense. It's gonna be interesting, gang. Next week is going to be lit, so buckle up, I should say. You know, and get your popcorn ready because it's gonna be crazy. And I'll be live from 12 p.m. Eastern to probably 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, which is the 30th, which is trade deadline day. So anything that comes out, you will get it live time. I will have the MLB Network right in front of me on TV. So we'll be putting out everything. So get ready, gang. The Mariners.
It's gonna be a wild day.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild day, especially if we don't get the trades over the next couple days. Then trade deadline day is going to be pandemonium. So just get ready for it. Just get ready for it, no matter what. We're hoping that the Yankees make trades before that, but I don't know. No idea. We talk about them a lot, but because we think it'll make the team better, but we have no idea what the hell they're going to do. No idea. Something can happen tonight at 1 o'clock in the morning for all we know.
Yeah.
So, but it is what it is. Tuesday the 30th, Jonathan. Yeah, Tuesday the 30th is trade deadline. So a week from today, next Tuesday. And, yeah, it's going to be crazy. So, but everybody, thanks so much for coming on. Mazza, thank you for coming on with me as well. And thank you for putting those balls to the wall trades. I love them. Keep them up. Again, thinking big with Mikey Mazza. That should be the next video. Thinking big.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, and when the trade deadline is over, I'll probably put something out about recapping the deadline.
Oh, hell yeah. We will too. We will too. No doubt about it. We need to beat the Mets tomorrow. Yes, we do. 100%. Seattle non-tendered Teoscar Hernandez. Isn't he with the Dodgers?
Yes, he is.
He is, right? Yeah. Mariners should have kept Buhner. Yeah, Jay Buhner, no kidding. Yeah. Yeah. Yankees should have kept him. We traded him to the Mariners for freaking Ken Phelps.
Look how that turned out.
Yeah, he was wound up being a Yankee killer, Buhner. And then you had Richie Sexton, you had Tino, you had Edgar Martinez, Ken Griffey Jr. All those guys were in the Mariners at the same freaking time.
Yeah.
Randy Johnson. Like, I don't know how the hell they did not win the
Oh,
World Series. You know, I don't know how they haven't done it. Texas, thank you again so much. We appreciate you. Thanks so much for everybody for your super chats, your support, your great comments. Keep it coming, gang. Okay? We will fill you in on any of the news that comes out. Again, Mazza, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. Much love. Everybody, have a great night. Peace and love. And we'll see you on the other side.